It is Sunday night, and you know what that means. It is the Sunday Night League, and we are back for 2023 with a brand new championship, or at least a championship that is new in format. It is season number 5 of the Porsche Cup, and we are here at Saint-Croix in France for the first round. Now, this is going to be a lot different to the previous 4 seasons of the Porsche Cup, because we are running a full grid of 15 drivers, and we are running alternative race formats. So tonight is an endurance race. We are having a 1-hour race around this circuit in France, and then next week we're running sprint races. We're having 3 sprint races of 20 minutes each to determine the points for that evening. So the point system is the same, so 45 points for a win here tonight, 42 for second, and it goes down in increments of 3 each time. So the top step is worth a lot of points tonight. There is also a mandatory tyre for these endurance events. So tonight the endurance wheel has decided that medium tyres are the tyre that every driver should use. The final little tweak is that the drivers have to qualify on the tyre they will start the race on. So they're going to have to use that tyre at the start of the race. If they do not, then they will get a qualifying ban for the next round, which, considering it's a sprint round next time out, that's going to be very important for them to keep out of trouble. We'll talk about the sprint races next week. It is at Laguna Seca for round number 2. Good evening, Daz. He's in the chat. Good evening, Daz. Nice to see you. I'm pleased you're there. It's a shame you're not out with us. I say it's a nice full grid. Jonovan isn't able to join us. We do have 2 reserves, but he pulled out just before we were able to get everything sorted. We are running at 10-minute delay. Bunnies was having a bit of admin issues whilst he was sorting bits and pieces. So we'll have a look at the grid that is joining us for the season. I was meant to be driving tonight, but I am injured, unfortunately, so positive of that you get to hear my lovely voice through your speakers. So at the moment we've got Cool Dude Boy leading a field. He is in his Porsche. They're all in Porsches, so, as it is the Porsche Cup. So they're all in the Porsche 919 RS. So he is in a Pennzoil Porsche, nice yellow. Mama Sykes is here, looking good, guys, she says. Then closely followed, Matt Psycho's just gone fastest at the top, just as his mummy has appeared in the chat. He's in a nice black and blue livery. We've got Cinnamod in also a black and blue livery, but a slightly different turquoise look to his Demon Tweaks Porsche. His teammate is Tiger, GT87 Tiger, who is in the red and white Demon Tweaks Porsche. Specmere in the late, I can't believe I'm saying this, the late Ken Blocks inspired Porsche. The Hooligan Racing team lives on through Specmere, winner in GTE in the final season last year. It's not this final season of GTE, that will be back at some point, but we are here for 6 rounds of the Porsche Cup. Flashman is back in a very pink and yellow Team Silverstone inspired livery created by Pat. Just a little bit of a moment there going before the bridge. So very nice looking livery. We've got the return of Chris Boo, who enjoys the Porsches. He's in an ESRM inspired car. We've got the inaugural champion of Porsche Cups, Rob on drums, in a very brightly coloured pink, mainly pink and turquoise number for his Porsche return. We've got a multiple race winner as well in the Porsche. Sarlek returns to the car he enjoys driving the most in a very red car, red and white. He's just gone ahead of Rob on drums. We've got Speed Hunter in a Martini Porsche. Hi Jam, says Mama Sykes. Hello Mama Sykes. She's there. So Martini Speed Hunter showing some quick speed. We've got Bunnies in his now traditional Alfa Romeo inspired Porsche. So, some good times. Aloe in his Monster Blue machine. We've also got Tiny Terror who's in the pits. And I think that is everybody. I don't know if Illusion has entered yet. He was in the lobby. He is floating about, so I don't know if he's going to be entering soon. Qualifying in 4 minutes. So I'll just tell everybody qualifying is in 3 minutes. So Pat is in the chat. Nice to see you, Pat. I'll just come to you in a second. Cool dude boy, just going quickest in this free practice session. Hello there, another Sunday season. This could be another good one. I really sincerely hope it is, Pat. We have got some very top standard drivers out there. As Cool dude boy decides to show us a little bit of a spin. So Cinemod is up there on the pace. He is setting some good times as well. 2:08.4 for him. Lots of good speed. A lot of these drivers on medium tyres. Cool dude boy though on softs. Matt Psycho is in the chat. He's saying good evening too. There is Sarlacc. He's having a little bit of an issue coming out of the penultimate corner of the circuit. Bunnies hasn't set a lap yet. Neither has Speed Hunter. So we are just a few moments away from the qualifying session. Matt Psycho in the chat saying he's looking forward to this, as is a lot of people. The tactics here are going to be fundamental to the racing. As I say, qualifying starts and they have to use the race tyre that they're going to start on. So it's going to be interesting to see who does that. The soft tyres are obviously going to be quicker in qualifying, but will they last long enough in the race? We will see. Mama Psych chatting to her son in the chat there. Matt Psycho saying the strategy is not clear at all. So a few headaches going on for everybody else. We're just a few moments away. I'll just make sure that Illusion has entered the race. Illusion's disappeared. Oh no, Illusion is there, ready to go. So qualifying is going to be in 1 minute. So I'll put that out. I'll be trying to race with cockpit view, says Sarlacc. And I've just lost the message there. He'll be racing in cockpit view for the first time, so apologies all. That is not the best time to do a first time race on cockpit view is in the Porsche Cup. So that is going to be an interesting one for Sarlacc. Everyone's saying that they are ready. It's good to see on the side. We've got 10 minutes of qualifying then around this beautiful parkland circuit that is unique to GT7. Well, I say unique to GT7, it's also in GT Sport, so it's not unique at all. Okay. Sorry, apologies everybody. It's been a while since I've been on here and sorting out the game. Can I start qualifying from here? No, I cannot. So, good luck to everybody. Good night. I am on painkillers, everybody, so apologies if the commentary goes a bit skewy at some point, but as I say, painkillers are involved. I was expecting to race in this, but unfortunately it didn't happen due to this pain. So you've got commentary for the whole of the season. I am going to confirm that for you right here, right now. So let's have a look then. Cool Duboy looks like he will be on softs, so will Flashman. Anybody else? Tiger on softs, and Tiny and Speed Hunter. So quite a few going on to the softs, as we will go on board then with Cool Duboy as he goes down into turn number 3, a left-hander. He's just taking his time. He's hoping to keep these tyres alive in these soft tyres. Then we go downhill, the right, left, a very tricky long right-hander. As we go down the hill, hook that right-hand side, going to the left. It unsettles the car for turn number 7, which has a huge bump on the exit. There it was, and we get onto the bridge across the lake. Before turn 8, left-hander, we have to keep on the right-hand side. Salak going back in the pits. Cool Duboy, left-hand side, hugging that apex. And then we go into turn number 9, a long right-hander, but it's key to get a good acceleration out of it because you've got a long back straight with a kink at the back. He keeps it in 4th gear, 120 miles an hour on the exit. Full throttle now down this back straight with the right-hand kink. Here's the right-hand kink. It looks very severe as you approach it with a wall of walls ahead, but it is nothing in these fast cars. And then we go down into the heavy braking zone, so braking at about just after the 100-meter board. Nice 2nd gear exit, keeping it nice and tidy is Cool Duboy. A man who collected a lot of wins in a row last season. Hasn't won for a while here at SNL. Pull those foot corner, you have to be careful not to run wide as he did there. And then we go into the final right-hander. Again, another long, tricky corner here at St. Croix. But that is a lap of the circuit. He's on soft tyres. We are expecting a very fast time from him then in qualifying. That's the opening lap. Let's see who else is around on the circuit. Matt Psycho on mediums, so mediums also for Aloe. And Cinnamod. Illusion is on softs. So Illusion there. Running in his livery there, the AXR livery. He was unable to defend his GT Championship, but is back again here after a World Cup outing. Bunnies is here in his Alpha. He's on the softs as well, so a few soft runners, a few medium runners as well. Specmere on mediums, softs for Speed Hunter, and mediums for Chris Boo. Thank you to everybody that's watching. Like, share, subscribe, put on that notification bell as well so you do not miss a video here from the Sunday Night League. Tiny Terror on softs, Rob on drums on mediums. He won the last Porsche Cup race last year in Season 4 at Spa, and he repeats it here. The inaugural champion. Flashman in soft tyre mode as well, so is Salak. Salak at the back of the field. Salak does like to run at the back during qualifying. We've seen him do that before. So Cool Duboy going at 18-1 at the split. Let's see if we can compare any other times to that in any more information. So Cool Duboy will be the first driver across the line. He runs a little bit wide on the exit, it looked like, at the end of turn number 11. Down to turn 12 and 13. Towards the penultimate turn 14. The downhill, you can see it sweep left. It's a long corner. He keeps it just within the boundaries of the circuit. Into the final corner he goes, looking possibly at a 207, a 206, possibly on these soft tyres for Cool Duboy. He might even go quicker than that. No, 207.0 for him. So what does Tiger do? He's on the medium tyres, so he's 2 seconds off that pace. As everybody else starts crossing the line, Illusion has gone into pits. He's not happy with his time. He's done 7/10 of a second. He's going to decide to do a few more laps, try and get the car up to speed. Tiny Terror has put himself up into 3rd place on those soft tyres. This is going to be the key to qualifying for this round. We've got soft tyres and mediums. The gap between them on track is around a second or so. So if you're close to the soft tyre runners, you're looking strong for the race, but you're going to have to race against them at the start on worse tyres. So Flashman puts himself up into 6th place. Bunny's in 7th. Rob on drums is in 8th. Got 2 Cool Duboy in the pits. Lowy 10th. Chris Boo 11th. Specnier in 12th. Speed Hunter's had a mistake on his lap at 2:21. No, out lap, because he's on the softs. He's decided to put some softs on, and Matt Psycho on the mediums. Okay, so Cool Duboy then leads the field. He's on soft tyres. Illusion is also on the softs. Tiny Terror on the softs, and then we have medium runners. Tiger, Cinnamon, Flashman is on softs. Bunnies is also on softs. Salek on mediums. Drums is on mediums. Tiger's gone quicker than he went before, and Lowy going across the line. What does he do? He goes into 8th place. Chris Boo in 11th place at this moment in time. What can he do as he crosses the line? Does he improve? He does. He puts himself up into 3rd on medium tyres. That's a very quick time from him. Within 7/10 of a second of the soft running Cool Duboy. We have 3 minutes left of the session. Where is Matt Psycho? Oh, we've got Speed Hunter pointing the wrong way out to the final corner. So he's had a terrible start to his next lap. Matt Psycho coming past him. He will be continuing his lap. And Matt Psycho does not set a time as of yet. A few drivers are popping into the pits to set times. So Cool Duboy is now on his fast lap. Illusion has gone back into the pits. Chris Boo there in 3rd place. Very fast time from him with 2:07.683 for 3rd place. He's 7/10 up on Tiger, who is on the medium tyres. Tiger is setting personal best lap times in sectors. So he goes through the back section, turn 10. The long sweeping right-hander into the tight left right hand. Heavy braking zone at turn 11. The Porsche is a tricky car to drive. Many drivers have noted that. So we've got Speed Hunter. He's got to set a time, otherwise he's going to be at the back of the grid. As it stands, Matt Psycho in his Porsche holding a tight line. He has not set a competitive time as of yet. He's still along that. Pat is saying in the chat, was an outlap for Matt, maybe a medium start and pitted to change to soft. Puts more pressure on. Well, if he did that, Pat, he would be receiving qualifying ban, because you have to use the same tyres as you start the race in the Porsche Cup. So we've got Illusion attacking his outlap. He's getting the tyres up to speed. Rob on drums moves himself up the field. Where does that put him? Rob on drums 12. He's got quicker. He's closed the gap to a Lowy. Sarlek has parked it, so he's crashed, it looks like, further through the track. Speed Hunter has set the fastest lap of the qualifying session at 2:06.429. He's on the soft tyres for his qualifying run, and he's used them to good effect. These will be the last laps of the drivers. Illusion setting purple lap times. Chris Boo in 4th place. now falling down, but he's the top medium runner. The 3 cars ahead of him are on softs. Tiger also on mediums. Matt Psycho is on the mediums. He's in 6th place. Not had the best of runs so far in qualifying. Tiny Terror is on softs but has caused damage to the front of his car. Bunnies also has had issues. Speckmere is in 9th place. Cinnamod in 10th. Flashman. Sarlek's got himself out of the gravel now in 11th. Flashman is trying to set his time. Aloe having a bit of a problem down into the turn 11 corner. He's got to wait for everybody to get past, and then Rob on drums is there in 14th place. But Speed Hunter, the fastest driver on circuit at this moment in time, but everybody else is coming towards the end of their qualifying lap. Just trying to find who is the first driver to come round the final corner. There we go. So Tiny Terror has got Chris Boo just ahead of him. Where does Chris Boo go? In the standings, no improvement then from these two. Bunnies has gone off the circuit as well. Where is Matt Psycho in relation to everybody else? He's just passed Bunnies. He's in 6th place. Nobody's improved in front of him. He's got Speed Hunter having a crash behind him. Speed Hunter currently on pole position has spun out. We've seen Speed Hunter be very quick before. Illusion has improved his time but stays in 3rd place. Matt Psycho, does he improve his time? He does, but it's only 5th place for Matt Psycho. So he's got Chris Boo ahead of him, but Matt Psycho and Chris Boo on medium tyres. It is Speed Hunter then that will start on pole position for the inaugural race of season number 5. It is Cool Duboy in 2nd place with Illusion 3rd, Chris Boo 4th, Matt Psycho in 5th, 6th place for Tiger, 7th for Tiny Terror, 8th is Bunnies, 9th is Speckmere, 10th is Cinnamod, Sarlek is 11th, 12th is Flashman, 13th is Aloe, and 14th is Rob on drums. So very closely matched through the field. Not much separating those who are on separate tyres, but the top 3 are on softs. Chris Boo is the fastest driver on the medium tyre. So we've got a lot to play for in the first round. It is an endurance race. It is 1 hour long. We will see how many laps they can squeeze out. 28 or 29 are my calculations. But we will see what they are capable of doing here tonight. We could see a 29 lap race. If so, fuel and tyres could be very critical for everybody involved. So here we go then. We are St. Croix. We are the Sunday Night League. And oh, that's different. So now we just start the race. Okay, that's strange. The final start. So we've got qualifying ready. That was odd. Never had to start the final race before. Hopefully it will let me spectate. There we go. So, we've got Speed Hunter on pole position. Cool Duboy in 2nd. 3rd is Illusion. 4th, Chris Boo. 5th is Matt Psycho. 6th is Tiger. Tiny Terror in 7th. And Bunny's 8th. Those top 3, though, they are on the soft tyres. Oh, there's a false start happening. And it's Cool Duboy that's had a bad start. Cool Duboy has started so poorly because he's jumped the start. So Speed Hunter in 1st with Illusion 2nd. Chris Boo 3rd. Matt Psycho 4th. Tiger 5th. 6th is Spectre. 7th Sarlek. 8th is Bunnies. 9th is Cinnamon. 10th is Tiny Terror. Cool Duboy down to 11th with that jump start at the beginning of the race. He's got to have a big fight to get back to the front. He's on the soft tyres as they go through turn 3. It's an hour-long race, so there's a lot to play for. Don't have to panic. He's up to 8th already, but Illusion is leading because we've lost the race leader. Where has Speed Hunter gone? Speed Hunter must have had a spin. He's going a lot slower. He's down to 12th place. So Illusion leads on his softs. He's got Chris Boo behind him. Good start for Chris Boo and Matt Psycho. They're both on mediums, and they've only got Illusion ahead of them on the softer tyre. And Cool 2 Boy is already placing himself up into 4th place. He's managed to get past all of those cars and has got use of those soft tyres. You can see the advantage of the better grip. Specmere is there in 6th place, fighting with Bunnies for 5th. Oh, and Lowy has a bit of a kick. He's had a bit of a crash as well, and we've done well not to have a bigger accident. Salek somehow is further down the back of the field. He's had an incident at the opening start, but Illusion leads. The Greek god of SNL leads once more. He's using his prowess from GTE. Cool Duboy up in 4th place after his poor start. Got Matt Psycho in 3rd and Chris Boo there in 2nd. Chris Boo, very strong in the Porsche, is a very good driver. He was unlucky not to win Season 4 of the Porsche Cups. His teammates in ESRM, Guy, was the winner that season, but Chris Boo really did have the speed in the Porsche. This is the first time in GT7 though that we have used the Porsche Cup. Everybody using the same car, no tuning either, so they have to handle it. It is a test of the driver's skills. As we've looked, Cinemod is ahead of Speed Hunter, who's got the attentions of the pole man. He's got the better tyres as we come out of turn number 3. All over the back of Cinemod. This is going to be a brave move. Cinemod may decide that it's better to just concede the position right now. The Speed Hunter gets past. So Cinemod dropping down to 8th place. Speed Hunter making his recovery after that opening lap. Tiny Terror there in 9th place. Rob on Drums has had a good start. He's in 10th after all the chaos that happened. Tiger, he was voted the unluckiest driver in the awards of 2022. It's already started in 2023, involved with a Lowy who spun in front of everybody going onto the back straight. Salek just miles behind everybody else, 7 seconds behind at this moment in time, but Illusion is leading the race, 2.2 seconds ahead of Chris Boo. Chris Boo is on the medium tyres. Remember, everybody has to run the medium tyres. Matt Psycho is losing a position now to Cool Duboy. Cool Duboy moving up the inside at turn 11. So his recovery continues after his jump start at the beginning of the race. Setting purple sectors. It is the second lap, so everybody will be setting those right now. He's pushing hard, both Matt Psycho and him, using all of the grass and a little bit of wall on the exit of turn number 14. Illusion leads after 2 laps here at St. Croix. Everyone that's watching us live here on the Sunday Night League, the Sunday Night League, we're here every Sunday for the next 6 weeks with the Porsche Cup. We're at Laguna Seca next week, so please put on that notification bell, like, share and subscribe to us, so you do not miss a round of our exciting league action. We are looking for new members as well, so there is a Discord server. If you want to join us, please leave a comment in the video and we will get back to you with the Discord link. So Matt Psycho currently in 4th place. He's the second medium runner, but he's made a mistake. Bunnies is right behind him, putting the pressure on. Speed Hunter is on his challenge as well. He's 0.3 of a second slower than the fastest man on circuit at the moment, which is Cool Duboy, who's currently 3rd. So the Martini Porsche is working its way up the field after a mistake on the opening lap. Specmere in 7th place, keeping it together. Cinnamon there in 8th. Tiny Terror in 9th. Mistake from Tiny Terror on this lap, it seems. His last lap was a lot quicker. Tiger in 10th, bringing himself back into play. Rob on Drums has just been passed, I believe, by Tiger with a low 12th. Flashman 13th, Salek there in 14th place. The leader is Illusion, but Cool Dubois has got past Chris Boo. Let's go on board with Chris Boo. He's the top medium runner, and he's just been passed by Cool Dubois, who's on the soft tyres. So Cool Dubois has to make hay. He's really got some pace. He's closing down now on Illusion. He'll be pushing hard to try and topple the man from Greece. What was Cool Dubois' last lap? He was a 10th off his fastest lap of the race, but Speed Hunter is the driver who's got the fastest lap now at 2:06.815. He had pole position. He's now pushing his way through the field, but you can see his tyres are a lot more worn than those on the medium shod, Matt Psycho and Chris Boo. So the speed comes at a cost here in the Porsche Cup. You can see Illusion's tyres are really wearing. His car sliding through the tricky turns 5 and 6. You have to be careful of turn 7. I suspect that's maybe where Salek had his issue on the opening lap, because if you hit that wall, it stops you dead. You cannot recover very quickly from it. Chris Boo there in 3rd place. Matt Psycho 4th. Speed Hunter chasing them down, trying to get back at the front of this field. The fastest man on circuit. Let's go on board with the Martini Porsche. Psycho running a little bit wide. He's compromised his exit. It's going to be slow then on the straight. This will be a move for Speed Hunter, possibly through turn 10, but most likely into the braking zone of turn 11. But Matt Psycho also has the toe of Chris Boo. Will Matt Psycho defend hard? No. Speed Hunter goes up the inside, gets it stopped, manages to put himself up into 4th place, although Matt Psycho looked on the outside of turn 12. No, thinks better of it. So the soft tyre drivers are making their way through the medium tyre cars, but they are obviously burning through their tyres a lot quicker than those on the mediums. Chris Boo is under pressure now from Speed Hunter. He makes a mistake out of the final corner, runs wide. Speed Hunter goes past. Does Chris Boo lose the position then to Matt Psycho going into turn 1? It would be a brave move from Matt Psycho. If he does get past Chris Boo, he looks at it but thinks better, although Chris Boo running wide. Matt Psycho then gets a good exit, and I think Chris Boo has lost the position. Yes, he has. There is Matt Psycho going up ahead of us in the TDX machine. And here comes Bunny's having a go. So not only has Chris Boo dropped from 3rd place, he's now down to 6th, with Bunny's also on softs making his way through the field. Very competitive laps from these drivers. We're only on lap number 5. Bunny's though having a big slide and a big moment, but manages to catch it. I think Matt Psycho had a moment up ahead of him as well, so they both had issues. Matt Psycho under attack then from the soft-clad drivers. Speckmere up in 7th place. He's on mediums as well still, so he is keeping in contact. Everybody is within 10 seconds on the top 8. There is Time Terror in 8th, 9th, Tiger in 10th in the red Demon Tweets machine. Rob on drums, 11th place for him, and Lowy in 12th. He's got Salek chasing him down. Salek's pace not as strong as possibly he would hope. Flashman is on the medium tyre, so Flashman has decided he has had enough of his soft tyres. He has gone very early with the pit stop and has gone onto the mediums. So first stopper is Flashman. But at the front we have Illusion. He did a 2:07.1 on his last lap. He's 4/10 of a second quicker than Cool Dubois, who's chasing him down. Look at that left front tyre though. That is wearing down very quickly. A 2:07.5 for Illusion, 2:08.4 for Cool Dubois, but his tyres are looking fresher. He's looking the same freshness as Speed Hunter, but Speed Hunter is lapping over a second quicker. than Cool Duboy. Speed Hunter really has found that speed during the winter break. He is enjoying this Porsche. The MFT and the SRM crew from Mauritius do like the Porsche. They enjoyed the Porsche Cup in its heyday. It is back again, and we're seeing Speed Hunter really put the pressure on Cool Duboy. So they go down the hill towards the bridge. Cool Duboy going a little bit wide on the exit. We saw the dust kicking up. It's actually lost some speed to Speed Hunter. Go on board with the Martini car. What can he do into the tight turn 8? Not very much to be done through that corner. It is a hard braking zone, but it is a one-line corner. Matt Psycho there in 4th place. He's got Bunnies behind him, and Chris Boo still keeping him company. Chris Boo holding a good time. A good line. He's got a good toe behind Bunnies. Can he use that to help him catch up with Matt Psycho? His race is with Matt Psycho more than it is with Bunnies at the moment. Bunnies on the softer tyre. We'll see what the tactics are. The strategy is going to be tricky. Specmere, 7th place. Got Cinemod just behind him. As we see just behind, Tiger is having to defend against Tiny Terror. Tiny Terror looking like the terror he is named after. There's a yellow flag ahead though, because we've got Bunnies in the gravel. Bunnies has had a spin as Illusion comes into the pits after 6 laps. So tyres are worn out for Illusion. Cool Duboy though says no, I'm going another lap here at St. Croix. So he takes the lead. So back in the lead once again. Actually for the first time, should I say. He was second on the grid but jumped the start. Matt Psycho there in 2nd place. He's on medium tyres. Chris Boo also on mediums. Chris Boo's tyres not as good as Matt Psycho's. No, they're better, should I say. They're looking very good on Chris Boo. Specmere in 4th place with Cinemod in 5th. Illusion has just come out of the pits and he's got a 3-second penalty. So Illusion's got a 3-second penalty. Cinemod in 5th place. So Cinemod in 5th. Has got Illusion fighting the car. Tiger in 7th place. Speed Hunter also pitted, does not have a penalty, so he will catch up with Illusion. When Illusion pays his penalty, it must have been crossing the white line on the pit entry or pit exit. There is a Lowy in 10th. Salek 11th. Tiny Terror 12th. He's on an out lap as well. He's on the mediums. Flashman up into 13th now with Bunnies behind him. So Bunnies lost a lot of time on his in-lap. He made the mistake. Matt Psycho catching up now with Cool Duboy. Cool Duboy really struggling with that car, and he's made a mistake. That means Matt Psycho will have the opportunity to go around the outside of the yellow Porsche, and he does. He takes the lead on track using those medium tyres. And that left rear of Cool Duboy really is worn out. You can see how bad that is. 7 laps of this circuit and they are worn. Oh, and he's crashed! He's smashed into the wall of the final corner. He's gone too long with his stop. Chris Boo gets up into 2nd place, so 7 laps was too long for Cool Duboy. He's going to lose a lot of time. Specmere into 3rd place. 4th place is Cinemod. Tiger into 5th. Speed Hunter and Illusion are side by side going down the home straight. So Illusion has paid his penalty now. Everybody else very close to each other. Speed Hunter again back on board with the Porsche. They're all Porsches, so when we go on board, we're on board with the Porsche. There's another Porsche we're on board with, and here is Tiger. They're all very closely bunched, so 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th and 7th are covered by 2 seconds. Cinemod having a slide, you could hear. as we see Illusion fighting his Porsche. He's back on the soft tyres, as is Speed Hunter, so they're going very aggressive to start this race. What does Illusion do? So Illusion gets past Tiger, pushing as hard as he can. Cinemod 4th, 5th, 3rd place is Specmere. His medium tyres are now starting to wear out. Matt Psycho and Chris Boo, though, looking very tidy. Setting good times, and Speed Hunter's left the room. Speed Hunter with connection issues. Rob on drums is ahead of Cool Duboy. Cool Duboy on medium, so Speed Hunter's disappeared. A DNF for Speed Hunter. I suspect that is a connection issue. So he will get points for a disconnect. Rob on drums is there in 8th place. Pat in the chat says probably not much of a worse time to crash than right before a pit stop, effectively doing a double stop. I think that's in relation to Cool Duboy's accident before his stop. We've got Sarlacc there in 10th place. He's on the medium tyres, has not stopped yet. Tiny Terror has stopped. He's in 11th. He's got a 9-second gap to Bunnies. Bunnies has not had the best of times. Flashman having a bit of a wobble on the exit. 13th place. We've lost somebody else. Oh no, we haven't. I was thinking there was 15 cars in the race, but Jonovan was not able to join us tonight. That Psycho then leads the race by 3 seconds from Chris Boo on lap number 9. So are they running as long as they can on these medium tyres? We are 18 minutes in this 1 hour race. So Illusion up in 3rd place now. He's on the soft tyres. He's pushing hard. He's done 2:6.887 on the last lap. So he is on fastest lap pace. He's within a 10th of the fastest lap on his last lap. He's pushing hard. He knows he has to. Specmere in 4th place. His medium tyres starting to wear away, as are Cinemods and as are Tigers. So they're in 5th and 6th. Cool Duboy in 7th place on the mediums. He has made his stop. He's 21.5 seconds behind Matt Psycho, so that is a pit stop. So the pit stops will see Matt Psycho come out behind Cool Duboy. Rob on drums is in 8th place, sliding his Porsche through turn 11. He's got a lorry just behind it. Oh, he's been to the dentist, it looks like. The front bumper of his Porsche sliding onto the grass. Sarlacc in 10th place. Not having the best of times tonight. He had an accident, I think, on the opening lap and is just recovering from that. Terror in 11th. Bunnies in 12th place. Flashman now behind Bunnies. At the front, Matt Psycho leading. Cinemod into the pits then. And coming out, so is Tiger, his teammate, in the GT87 crew. They're getting passed by Sarlacc. Sarlacc going up the inside, a little bit of a touch there with Cinemod. Cinemod's going to lose time on the exit and is passed by Tiger. So that is one way to get past. Using somebody else's move to then take advantage. Let's see what Tiger can do against Sarlacc. He's got brand new mediums, Tiger. Sarlacc has completely old mediums. They're not completely worn out, but they're very old on his Porsche. Tiger looking at the inside. It's better of it though as they go through turn 7 across the bridge once more. And Speed Hunter in the chat confirming that he had connection issues. Unfortunately, that is disappointing. He was so fast here. Hopefully we will see you next week at Laguna Seca, Speed Hunter. Because your speed is there, you could win every single round, judging by your pace tonight. So not over yet, and anybody can have a connection issue. Obviously, in these endurance races, it is more of a punishment. That's like losing a bit of time actually on this lap. Illusion has been pushing Chris Boo along. Oh, there's a bit of a touch there on the entry to the final corner. Now, was that due to Illusion, or was it Chris Boo turning in? That might be one for the stewards. His right rear is worn, and he's got damage on the rear bumper. Speckmere continuing as well. The left fronts of these drivers are worn to a crisp. Matt Psycho is managing to keep his tyres alive. Rob on drums coming into the pits, but it's Illusion who's a man on the vision. He did a 2:06.1 on lap number 9, and he's pushing hard once more. He's chasing down Matt Psycho, but he is on the soft tyres. He will have to run the mediums at some point. Looking very strong though here tonight. Chris Boo. His left rear tyre is looking very worn. The left front and left rear of Speckmere are looking worn out. The mediums on Cool Duboy though, looking fairly good. He's trying to keep himself in contention. He's 18.3 seconds behind Matt Psycho. It was 21 seconds a few laps ago, so you can see the changes. Lowy is on his medium tyres, but he is being chased down by Tiger. We're on board with the GT87. Lead driver now in this race. Cannot make a move though into turn 8, but will he get the exit? Going through turn number 9. Now Lowy defending low. That going to compromise his exit? It looks like it will do, because Tiger is going to get passed down the back straight as he puts himself up into 6th place. Will Cinnamod follow? And Lowy on the worn tyres. He's been on those since the beginning of the race. He's fighting drivers now who are on fresher rubber. Matt Psycho coming into the pits. The race leader is there. In the pits, there is his crew waiting for him. Chris Boo is also having the same service. So Chris Boo will come in as well. Where are they? There they are. Chris Boo into the pits. And Speckmere also into the pits. So that means Illusion takes the lead. He's 15.8 seconds ahead of Cool Duboy now. He's on soft tyres. He will be pitting soon, judging by the front left of his tyre wear. Sliding that car through the corners. Again, over the bridge once more. We are 4.5 minutes into this race. We're on lap number 12. Illusion looking very strong, but Cool Duboy has got Matt Psycho just behind him. Matt Psycho on the soft tyres. So we saw this battle earlier on. Matt Psycho was on medium tyres. Cool Duboy was on soft tyres. Cool Duboy's soft tyres though were about to let go on him as Matt Psycho passed him. Now Matt Psycho has fresh softs. A little bit more fuel than Cool Duboy. But Cool Duboy there in 2nd place. Dropping behind Illusion, which is natural as he's on the medium tyres. He's going to fall into the clutches of Matt Psycho, I believe, down this back straight into turn number 11, but he will defend the position, I suspect, as the race has settled into its rhythm. Well, Matt Psycho not close enough yet. So Cool Duboy, though, losing a lot of time through the corner. So Matt Psycho is all over the back of the yellow car. Tiger in 4th place. 5th is Cinnamod. Tiny Terror is in 6th, and Illusion is pitting. So Illusion pits his front left and his left rear worn very severely. So what does he do? Will he come in and change onto medium tyres, or does he go for another run on soft? Because Cool Duboy takes the lead very briefly, because Matt Psycho is going to take it into turn number 1. There goes the TDK Porsche ahead of the Penzol Porsche. I'll get my teeth in one day. That's how he's then leading with Illusion just behind. So Illusion has done softs once more. So Illusion going for another soft run. So he and Matt Psycho going for softs right now. Cool Duboy is on mediums, but he's keeping the pressure on Matt Psycho. We're on board with the man in second place, pushing hard. Hoping for a good result here to get a chance at the championship. He's not won one here at the Sunday Night League. Here is Tiger, currently setting his lap times. He's setting competitive lap times as well. So these two GT87 cars are not out of it. They are setting competitive times. Just unlucky at the start. They got involved with a Lowy through some action on the back straight as a Lowy lost it and went across the whole of the field. There is Rob Ondrup's Chris Boo, who is now on softs, so he will have to set his pace on those tyres to see where he falls with everybody else. Bunny's in 8th place. He's got Speckmere on hard tyres behind him. Speckmere going on hards. I was not expecting anybody to go on this tactic, so a heavy fueled Speckmere. Is he going to the end of the race? That could be a very interesting call for Speckmere. Sarlek in 10th place. He's got brand new mediums on his car. Lowy is on softs now. So Lowy on softs. Rob on drums has had an accident. He's got damage on all sides of his car. He's back on medium tyres, and Flashman also on some fresh mediums. So Flashman back in the Sunday Night League. Great to see him here once more. Matt Psycho leading the race, setting purple sectors, so he's pushing hard. Cool Duboy has got Illusion all over the back of him. He goes down through turns 5 and 6 into 7. We'll watch the bump. There it is. You can see it unsettled Cool Duboy's car as we go across the bridge now. We're looking at the Pennzoil Porsche from the bonnet of Illusion. Illusion looking around the outside. He won't be able to make the move there, but he'll do it on the exit. He gets the better drive using the soft tyres and is passed and puts himself into second place. Now he's got to put the pressure on to Matt Psycho. He is closing up on Matt Psycho, who looked like he had a slow exit there, but I don't think it was. I think it was a trick of the camera. So Illusion up into second place. We are nearly halfway through this race. Matt Psycho leads from Illusion. Cool Duboy is in 3rd place with Tiger in 4th. He's pulling slightly away now from Cinemod. They are ahead of Chris Boo, who's in 6th place. Tiny Terror is in 7th place. 8th place is Bunnies. 9th is Speckmere, but Speckmere is on hard tyres. He is going to the end of the race, I suspect. Sarlek there in 10th place, just moving up past Speckmere. So Sarlek moving up the field now. He'll be looking for wins this season, I'm sure of it, especially in the sprint races. Speckmere though not giving up. Thinks better of it. Lowy in 11th place, Rob on drums in 12th, and Flashman there in 13th place. Psycho set his best lap of 2:06.563. That was faster than Illusion. 2:06.9. Purple times again being set. Cool Duboy in third. Tiger fourth. Seconds, 21 seconds of the race leader. Cinnamon there in fifth place as well, so more strong results from those two. It looks like Chris Boo has had an accident. His right front and bonnet are flashing. That means the Tiny Terror... Oh, Chris Boo has hit the wall! So his car unsettled through the S's, and he's having to be very careful. It's down to 11th place now. Chris Boo really not having the best of races. He had the pace early on. He's now falling down the field. Psycho leads the race though. It's a long time since he's won the Sunday Night League. It's a long time since he's had a podium as well, so he'll be happy to be leading here. His last race win was in the Amar Cup. That was October time. So we've done a few races since then. There was Illusion. He has also gone a while without a win, but that's due to not competing. As well, Cool Duboy, actually all these. Cool Duboy nearly won the World Cup at Christmas. Oh no! That's Illusion! Illusion has spun from second place! Illusion has spun from second place. He must have gone wide on the exit, hit the curb, and he's down to third. Pushing so hard. So that's gifted the position to Cool Duboy. He'll be very happy to have that back. So Illusion has made a mistake. Very rare to see that from Illusion. This Porsche is tricky to handle, especially when you can't tune it up either. So mistake there from Illusion. Drops into third. Cool Duboy in first place. In second place. In first place, Matt Psycho. Just happily going about his business, although his last lap was at 8.027. So he dropped down the field. Cool Duboy leading the race. Matt Psycho leading the race from Cool Duboy. Illusion is in third after his error, and that won't help his soft tyres either. He's got to have a clean run on those softs. They do wear out quickly if you slide them. Tiger in fourth place. Keeping everything tidy. He's got Cinnamod there. They're both following each other so closely. Can't see who's got the fastest lap because Tiger's fastest lap isn't within the last 10 laps. Cinnamod doing a 2:08.4. He's on medium tyres. But Tiny Terror, his tyres are starting to get worn out now, so he'll be pitting soon. Bunny's also, his tyres wearing out, so Sarlek will move up the field, I'm sure. He's in 8th place, ahead of Aloe. And Specmere, although he's dropping down the field, he is using hard tyres, although his lap times are quite slow. He's doing 2:14s, 2:12s. Not a consistent run as of yet. You can do a 2:10 on these hards. If you can pull that out every lap, he's in a very strong position on those hards. Chris Boo, the unfortunate Chris Boo, is 11th place for 2:32 on the last lap. Lost so much time there. In 11th, with Rob on drums in 12th and Flashman in 13th. The Team Silverstone car. Clean times, setting his fastest laps. He's on medium tyres. Great to see Flashman back. Rob on drums as well. Bright colours as always with him. The inaugural Porsche Cup champion. Nearly 2 years ago now. But he won that Matt Psycho event leading because Cool Duboy is behind Illusion. He's got fuel flashing. So Cool Duboy will be pitting this lap. Illusion is back ahead. So Matt Psycho will be wondering what on earth is happening behind him. He runs onto the grass. And through the final corner. Illusion pulling away from Cool Duboy, who will be pitting, I believe, on this lap, unless he's got another lap of fuel. No, he has got another lap of fuel. He's getting used to the settings here. Oh, we've got the GT87 drivers having a bit of a fight, so let's go on board with Cinnamon and watch him have a battle with Tiger. They go through the final corner. Really an overtaking area. But they're having a good fun about it. I know they'll be very competitive with each other. You see Cinnamon just 0.2 of a second separating these two cars. Tiny Terror coming into the pits. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There he is! Up into 7th place. He is right now, but he's pitting, so he drops down the field. Aloe will pass through, so it's Chris Boo, Aloe and Specmere having a good fight. Specmere actually getting past Aloe on the outside of turn 1. There's a little bit of a touch. We are on board with Chris Boo, and he's going to get past Specmere. So Specmere has nothing he can do about Chris Boo, but Chris Boo running wide, so that means that Specmere gets back up the inside. Chris Boo, although he's got the soft tyres on, is having a tough time with the hard shod Specmere. Specmere back in the 211s. As I said earlier, he could pull himself further up the field, and with that, Daz has just said he's enjoying watching the strategies unfold. Indeed, it is very, very tricky. Here is Cool Duboy. His tyres, we've seen him before, pushing hard with these. They are warm. Matt Psycho in the pits. He's decided to cover, well, he's covering, I think, Cool Duboy. He does have enough fuel, I think, to go another lap. Here comes Illusion. He's pitting as well. The top 3 pit on the same lap. Considering they've run different strategies, that is amazing to see. They all pit right now. So who has gone for a different way of filling their car? So you can see Cool Duboy has the least amount of fuel in his Porsche. That Psycho going on to medium tyres and is out of the pit. So that Psycho back onto the mediums. Tiger is up into 2nd place with Cinnamod in 3rd. So the GT87 drivers, and they're not going to pit for a while, have put themselves into a very strong position. Illusion in 4th place is now on to medium tyres. So he's now stopped for mediums. Cool Duboy also is now on the mediums. Sarek up into 6th place, although he will be stopping soon. In comes Aloe. So he's on the softs, he'll be changing those, maybe onto some mediums. We've got Rob on drum, popping himself up into 8th place now as everything starts to unfold. Bunny's in 9th place, Specmere there in 10th. So has Specmere pulled off a very good strategy. There is Chris Boo, he is down into 13th place, but Matt Psycho leads the race by 5 seconds now from GT87 Tiger. Cinnamon is in 3rd place. We'll go on board with the blue Demon Troops Porsche. Following his GT87 stable buddy. Down the back straight. Tyres got another couple of laps in them. He's got a good toe as well. He stayed behind Tiger all this stint, but he's got less fuel. He's got less fuel than Tiger. go out of turn number 11 through 12 and 13. Illusion in 4th place. So he's 13.3 seconds behind Matt Psycho. He's on medium tyres. He's got more fuel than Cool Boy. In come the GT87 drivers. So we can then compare the top 3 together in terms of fuel. So Illusion has more fuel than Matt Psycho and Cool Boy. Remember, this is a timed race, so is Illusion expecting to do a lap more than Matt Psycho and Cool Boy? Would Cool Boy and Matt Psycho have to fuel save if anything changed? Tiger coming out of the pits. He's only got half a tank of fuel. Cinnamon a little bit more. What does Sarlek decide to do as the drivers go through? Tiny Terror goes back up into 6th place. He's got over a tank of fuel left. So what will he do? Here comes Sarlek out of the pits. He's got just over half a tank. As Speckmere goes past, he's got just over half a tank. He's up into 7th place now on the hards. He's got Bunnies, who's on soft tyres with just under half a tank of fuel. So will Bunnies have to do a splash and dash at the end of this race? Nobody's position is guaranteed as we go into the final 20 minutes of this race. There's Rob on drums in 10th place, Aloe 11. 12th place is Chris Boo. Into the pits comes Flashman at the front of the race. That's Psycho. Medium tyres. Against the medium tyres of Illusion, but Illusion has more fuel than Matt Psycho. So Matt Psycho will be wondering what will happen in these final 15 or so minutes. Has he calculated the fuel correctly? We will see. Illusion though in 2nd place, with Cool Boy in 3rd, Tiger 4th. It's a good run from him. He's gained a bit of time actually on Cinnamod. 2.3 seconds is the gap. The gap between them before was about half a second. So in the pit stops, he's had a better run of it. Again, 1.4 seconds in the pit stops compared to his teammate. Tiny Terror in 6th place. Good run for Tiny. Making himself competitive. There is Bunnies with Speckmere having the attention of Sarlek. So Sarlek really pushing hard. Sarlek on medium tyres compared to Speckmere's hard. Speckmere knows what to expect from these hard tyres now. He's been running a fairly good pace on them. He'll be in a rhythm as well. Will not have stopped. I think we're going to see the difference between the two compounds here. As Sarlek is in the tow. Rob on drums coming into the pits. Rob on drums deciding he's had enough of his medium tyres. Everybody has used the medium tyres in this race, which was the requirement. So Speckmere now down into 9th place. He's got a 17.3 second lead over Aloe. Out of the pits comes Rob on drums, and just ahead of Chris Boo. Psycho leads the race. 2:07.774 on his last lap, which was 0.5 of a second quicker than Illusion. And Cool Boy made a mistake at 12.896. So Cool Boy falling backwards, and actually Tiger will be wondering, can he get 3rd place? Here's a podium on the cards for Tiger. He's playing the long game. And again, is it a case of what could have been for Tiger? Got caught up in the accident of Aloe earlier in the race. He's pushing away now from Cinnamon. It's as if he was toying with his teammate. They were helping each other, and then Tiger's decided, right, I'm going to open up all the power that I have available to me. I'm going to have to keep up with me. Tiny Terror in 6th place. A good run for him. Setting competitive times. Tiny Terror. Bunny's in 7th. A bit of a wobble on the exit. Sarlek in 8th. Speckmere 9th. Lowy 10th. Chris Boo 11th. 12th is Rob on drums. Flashman in 13th. Still going in that Silverstone based Porsche. Everybody on the same lap as well, which is fantastic. Team SCT. Children's Trust on the back bumper of Matt Psycho. I say this every time that I spot it on Matt Psycho's car. Brilliant charity, helping families with children in hospital. Please, if you can, just go to their website. If you can donate a little bit of money to them, that is always welcome. Brilliant charity. Wonderful things with families during some of the worst times in their lives. Illusion there in 2nd place. He'll be happy, I think, overall with 2nd. Could have gone very wrong with his mistake out of the first corner a few laps ago. But 2nd, just over 12 minutes. But he's in a strong position, I would still say. I suspect Matt Psycho has the fuel save. Knowing that, he's probably calculated everything to a T, but Illusion has got a lot more fuel than everybody else. Especially Tiger. Tiger's got very little fuel. Tiger really pushing hard. He's setting his best laps of the race. He's really found his rhythm. He's pulling a Cinemod along with him. Can they catch Cool Dude Boy in these final laps? The sun is setting here in France. Tiny Terror in 6th place. Said before, great run for him. He's kept it out of trouble. And the consistency is showing. Bunny's tyres looking quite worn out. He might have to do a stop at the end. He's got Sarlek keeping the pressure on him. They're swapping lap times between each other. On board with Sarlek in the red Porsche. See the Alfa Romeo Porsche up ahead of some Bunnies. And down the hill, nice and smooth from Sarlek, not risking anything too much. That can be, well, you just lose everything. So easily done. Sarlek keeping himself in contention for 7th place. Another driver will expect to win races this season. Speckmere as well. Especially the sprint races. The sprint races, anything can happen in them. We've got 3 races, we've got 3 sets of tyres, so you have to use each tyre at some point during the meeting. It is a bit like the touring cars over a year ago now. So long as the touring cars. The touring cars will never come back, so I can always be champion. That's how it is. That's not how it is. Touring cars was just a bit of fun that happened, and there are penciled plans, but we'll see what happens. You never know. Could have come back this year. Trying to bring back some old favourites this season, this year at SNL, as well as bringing in some new things as well. Always new things pop up. GTE was brand new for 2022 and it was very successful. Hopefully this season Porsche Cup will be on everybody's radar. Oh, there is a sight for sore eyes. Jim is in the chat. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, everyone. He says, nice to see the Porsches back in action. It really is, Jim. It has been a fantastic format change. We've got an endurance race this week with 1 hour endurance, and then next week we've got 3 races for you next week at Laguna Seca, and it will be chaotic. I'm expecting lots of different people winning, lots of different podiums, lots of different tactics as well. A similar scenario in terms of running your qualifying tyre the same as your first race tyre. No pit stops in that. And we've seen here the tyres do wear out. The tyres aren't as flimsy in the sprint races. They are reduced wear, but they are not easy. The soft tyres will be tricky. You will have to look after them. You cannot overheat them. You'll be getting the early pace, but at the end of the race you'll be hanging on. We've seen a few drivers having problems. Salek now up into 7th place. So he's ahead of Specmere because Bunnies has pitted. Bunnies has had to do his stop because his tyres had just given up. He's also got half a tank of fuel in his car, so he's in 10th place. A few drivers having to work out their strategies as they go along here at St. Croix. So under 10 minutes away from the end of the race. It's looking good for Matt Psycho. A return, possibly, to winning ways, but we won't count our chickens yet. There are no wet races in Porsche Cup, so tactics will stay important. Our 3 tracks where we're having the endurance races, we are obviously here at St. Croix, and then in a couple of weeks' time we are at Daytona for the road circuit to coincide with the Daytona 24 hours. It's as if it is planned. And then 2 weeks after that, guess what? It's the Bathurst 12 hour, so we're at Bathurst for an hour's long endurance race as well. So very, very hard circuits for endurance, very, very challenging to keep your concentration with as well. And then the sprints, we have Laguna Seca next week, which is going to be very action-packed. Then 2 weeks after that, we are at... What's this calendar? I can't remember. Where are we? We are, filming time, as I look here, we are at... Oh, Road Atlanta. That's why I couldn't remember it. It's because we've not raced there before. And then finally, we are at Brands Hatch for the season finale. Jim is in the chat saying you should make the endurance race 2 hours. Ha ha ha. Well, Jim, we are planning something, hopefully for February. Just trying to work out how to do it. It will be a charity race in February, and we're looking for something a bit different for that. More details will be released as they are finalised. So we've got Tiger in 4th place. He is catching up Cool Duboy. He's setting times about a second a lap quicker than Cool Duboy. He has less fuel than Cool Duboy, but he's still pushing on. So he's going for this 3rd place. Duboy is there in third place with Illusion in 2nd. So the top 3, 14 seconds between Illusion and Matt Psycho, and 14 seconds between him and Cool Duboy. So slap bang in the middle of them both. But Matt Psycho really showing his form again here at Sunday Night League. He has been off colour, shall we say, for the past few months here at SNL. Look, Jim's a professional. You should be doing my job, Jim. Jim has just plugged. I'll keep an eye out for that charity event here on YouTube for it. Yes, I hope you've got that notification bell on, Jim, as everybody else is. Like, share and subscribe this video as always. It really means a lot when we see the viewing figures and everything that is link to these videos. Last year was unprecedented. We're just a small little group. We have about 20, 30 active people in it. Obviously we have 16 people in the lobbies at a time. We're not massive. But the amount of views we had last year were phenomenal for us. And thank you very much for everybody that does that. If you like, share and subscribe, then we'll get more people. And then the community grows, and hopefully we may be able to introduce divisions for the races as we get more members. But that will come as it does. So Tiny Terror has made an error. He's dropped down to 7th place. Salek has got up into 6th place now. Tiny Terror's hit the wall, it would appear, on this lap. He's dropped down to 7th. He'll be annoyed with himself there. I thought 6th place was his, but Salek up into 6th place now. He had an accident at the start of the race. He would be up there fighting for this battle with 5th, 4th and 3rd. They're all very close as we edge closer and closer to the end of this race. That cycle still leading from Illusion and Cool Duboy at the front. Those three have been fighting at the front all race for the victory. We'd lost Speed Hunter, who was the man on pole position. He had a connection problem and pinged out. Aloe is in 9th. He did the Max Verstappen in the virtual Le Mans. People was claiming the virtual Le Mans was a joke, and it was not. It's just very complicated to run an event across so many different places. That's like catching up to Flashman in the Silverstone-based Porsche. So that's Psycho going around again. So this will be his last lap going around. So 28 laps here at St. Croix. I'm pleased to know that my tactics would have worked. That was what I was aiming for, 28 laps. So, injury preventing it. But you get live coverage here for the rest of the season as well. So Lucian there in 2nd place. Pushing well. He'll be thinking, it's okay, 3 points lost here. It can easily be gained in the endurance races, in the sprint races. Sprint races will be very, very different to these endurance races. It's a very challenging championship, this Porsche Cup this season. We've got lots of different disciplines for the drivers to master. Cinema there in 5th place. Sarlek in 6th. Will Sarlek finish? No, he'll get another lap. So will Tiny Terror. Anybody looking tricky? Hard tyres on Specmere. He's 8th place, but he has been running on those hard tyres for so long now. He did the calculation in his head, wondered, is it worth pitting or is it not? He's gone for something slightly different. It's admirable, but unfortunately it's not worked fully for him. I think he has got the pace to be up there, challenging other drivers. Oh, we've got buddies crashing into the wall. I think he made a move on Aloe into the final corner. Aloe, though, he's got to be really, really careful. Oh, no, he finishes the race. So he's 9th. 10th is Chris Boo. 11th is going to be Bunnies. Let's go back to the front of the grid, though, because we've got Matt Psycho coming around the penultimate few corners. He's 14 seconds ahead of Illusion. He's going to finish this race. It's the final lap for him. He gets the board saying the final lap. He's going round the final corner. And Matt Psycho is going to return to winning ways here. For his first win in the Porsche Cup. It's a first win for Matt Psycho. He starts 2023 where he would have liked to start off. Illusion in 2nd place. His tyres are now worn out, but 2nd place for him. He'll be happy with that overall. The GTE champion of Season 3. 3rd place for Cool Duboy. Maybe mixed feelings. Who knows? For him, a jump start, but he did recover well. He's third place. He'll be happy with those points. Again, for the championship, Tiger in fourth place, showing his competitive edge. Again, unlucky with an accident early on. Cinnamod as well involved in that. Fifth place for him. So we have Sarlek up into sixth place. Again, an accident for him early on. So he'll be thinking what could have been. But he's pushed himself up into sixth. And he'll get the points. He'll be happy with those. Again, a driver I will expect to be challenging for wins, especially in the sprints. Tiny Terror then in seventh place. Unfortunate to lose that sixth place towards the end of the race. Track 26, he lost 10 seconds. He would have been close between him and Sarlek at the end. Speckmere in 8th place. The hard tyres, they just weren't quite ready. Flashman in the chat saying, glad to be back. Great fun, but a couple of silly mistakes. Well done all. Great comms. A jam. He gives me a little kiss as well. Ooh, Flashman, you do spoil me. There is Matt Psycho, though, the winner of race number 1. The first endurance race here in the Porsche Cup, season number 5. Like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed that. Sarlek in the chat saying, great race all. Illusion in second place. And the podium is completed by Cool Dude Boy. So it's saying there was a spin on that one, and Rob on drums is saying it's great to be back. That Psycho comments and says awesome. But he's the race winner. He loved it. Of course he did. He won. 14.5 seconds ahead of Illusion. With Cool Dude Boy in third place. I suspect everybody enjoyed that, no matter where they finished. It looked good fun. I wish I was out there with you. But there we have it. It's a win for Matt Psycho. Here at the first round of the Sunday Night League Porsche Cup, season number 5. Join us next week for Laguna Seca. Thank you all. Good night.